6 years after getting the Apple Watch Series 3, I thought it was time to upgrade, so I've got the Apple Watch Series 9 here to unbox in this video. We're going to be taking a brief look around the device and do an unboxing for you, and also get it set up, and I'll share my initial thoughts. I ended up upgrading from the Series 3 because I thought it was a decent amount of time to do so. I'd had the watch for about 6 years and I had been using it every single day. It's now got a new owner, it's not going in my drawer, which I'm pretty happy about. I decided now to get the Series 9 because we finally, after a few years of Apple Watch generations of having no processor upgrade, we finally have a proper worthwhile upgrade with the new S9 processor. That gives us, some new features such as onboard Siri, so it doesn't have to sync up to the cloud, which was a bit of a slow process at times, particularly on the Series 3. So without further ado, let's get this Apple Watch unboxed and take a closer look. So the main thing that struck me this time round is Apple's obviously been going on and on about not including plastic in their packaging, and this is no different. There was no packaging in the box, and we actually have some really nice packaging here of the different Apple Watch bands that you can get. I've decided to go for the Aluminium in Midnight. I previously had the Space Grey and I quite like having a darker coloured watch, so I decided to go for that. So I have the Apple Watch box here, and then we have a separate box for the bands that you end up getting. And here we have the watch and the band, and in classic YouTube fashion, let's save the watch for later and unbox the band right now. I ended up going for the Sport Loop since I've really got on well with those bands. I ended up getting a red one as well as a grey one previously, and I got on with those much better than the rubber bands that used to come with the Apple Watch as standard. So this is the Midnight band. It's probably the closest that you're going to get to Space Grey at the moment. It's quite like a dark blue colour, particularly when it is in the light, but it also looks quite understated at the same time if you're going for that look. So there we go. That is the band out of the wrapper. It's just a normal Sport Loop, but Apple has been pushing, more recycled materials for these as well. So I'll just hold this up to the camera. You can see it's that familiar finish that we're all used to with the Apple Watch Sport Loops. And it has a little white accent on the base of the band. And now for the thing that I've been waiting to unbox all day, the Apple Watch itself. So we have two tabs here to peel. Peel that. And there we go. And this is the 45mm version as well, just in case you were wondering. So the box comes off nicely there. We have a little piece of paper here. I'm not sure what you would call this. This just has all of the documentation as well as that Apple Watch charger. Or do correct me, it's just the Apple Watch charger in here. And this is a braided cable, which is really nice. And it finishes off with a USB Type-C connector. There is no power plug included in the box, which is what I would probably assume with Apple these days. So if you do need a power plug, you're going to need to buy one of those separately. And then on the left-hand side here, we have the Apple Watch itself in some very dark cards, just keeping it safe in transit. And then under here, we have just a bit of documentation, the legal spiel that Apple includes with the products. Unfortunately, no Apple stickers. Let's take this wrapper off the watch. Well, I was hoping that would come off a bit nicer, but there it is. The Apple Watch itself doesn't feel that much bigger than the 42mm that I used to have, with this being 45mm. It looks like, it's a bit more rounded, and the screen should be a bit bigger than what I'm used to as well, which is going to be quite nice. I'm really looking forward to that always on display. It's going to be great in the daylight. Now it goes up to 2000 nits, which is pretty bright. And it'll be really useful just having that time on all the time. I was thinking that one of the things that I'm going to have to get quite used to is I'm not going to have to swing my arm up to look at the time anymore like I used to with my old watch to wake the screen. Time's always going to be on the display. That's a nice feature to have. So let's also just get this Apple Watch band connected, and I just need to open up the watch app on my phone, and it's even popped up. I don't even need to open the watch app. That's really handy. So we'll tap continue. The watch app opens up. I'm going to set this up for myself, and now I just need to scan that really funky code on the Apple Watch, and it's paired to my phone. So now I'm going to restore it from a backup of my watch. So this is the Apple Watch Series 9. I think it looks great, and I love this darker midnight blue colour. I was a bit worried that it may be a bit too blue, but it still looks somewhat space grey in the shade as well. It's only really in the light that you're going to see that brighter blue colour start to shine through. So it's all set up, and I've got the little hello screen that used to pop up on all the Macs. So let's just put the watch on. But before we do that, let's just get a look at the underside of it here. You can see me in the reflection there of the camera. It's a really nice shiny base to the watch. It's Onyx glass and a ceramic case as well. So this is actually a ceramic finish on the bottom compared to the glass that was previously used in the previous generations, such as the Series 3 that I'm used to. So I'm talking a lot about the Series 3 in this video. So we can start the setup. So I think the navigation has changed a little bit from what I'm used to, but we're just going through the demo here, so I can get all of my apps, go back to the home screen, and then if I press the side button, I'll open Control Center. This is slightly different to what I was used to on the older generation, where you would swipe up from the bottom like on an iPhone 8, for example. We'll close that. And then if I turn the digital crown, I see these widgets, and this is a new feature that I wasn't able to get on my previous watch. And that is the entire Apple Watch. So I'm really looking forward to getting used to this, giving it a go, and I'll definitely make a further review down the line with my more concise thoughts versus unboxing ramblings. But that has been my unboxing of the Apple Watch Series 9. Hopefully you found it useful just to see what you do get in the box and a few of my thoughts along the way. I'm hoping to definitely get more into making more regular videos again soon, so please do stay tuned, and I will see you in the next video.